In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build and send an email campaign. The first thing that you'll want to do is to go to Assets, and then Templates, and then Emails. Now, once you're on the email template page, you'll notice that there's a number of pre-designed templates that you can use. Now, the first thing that we'll recommend is that it's always easiest to send a simple email. It's not actually required to send a well-designed email template. In fact, we've noticed that sometimes the best click rates and read rates and overall engagement rates are actually the best on simple email templates. And that just means that there's some simple copy, an animated GIF of a video within the body, and then a simple footer. If you have a specific use case where you want to actually send a designed email template, well, then this tutorial is for you. Now, a couple of caveats when sending a custom designed email template. Number one is that you should have some prior experience with HTML and template development. This is not completely plug and play task. It does require some previous experience and some knowledge of HTML coding, CSS, and also sometimes graphic design to develop the elements. So if you're looking for a simple solution to send an email campaign, once again, we do recommend deciding the simple option, which is just simply text and an animated GIF, or you can select one of the very basic templates that actually don't require any design work, like Modern Simple. Or we recommend choosing one of the basic designs, like some of these: Pop, Punch, Simple Clean, Social Business, and of course, Modern Simple. So once again, if you do have the experience, then let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to actually select the template and then import it into your library. Once you've selected the template that you like, you can simply click the Install button. Now, once you install the template, what it will do is add this template into your account. It takes just a moment, so just go ahead and let the page reload. And then you'll notice on the top of your email templates, you will notice that template that's populated. So the first thing you'll want to do is to click the preview button to kind of see overall what the template looks like. You'll notice that there's a logo here. You'll notice there's some text, some images, some calls to action, and then of course your social buttons, and then your footer. Now, many of the elements on these pages will actually pre-populate with your information. For example, the URLs for your social buttons, those will pre-populate with your URLs, assuming that you've entered those into your team account. One of the things that we recommend doing before you build your email template is to make sure that you've created a team on your Dubb account, that you've uploaded your logo, and that you've specified your social usernames. This will allow the email template to automatically populate your logo and also your social URLs. We also recommend that you populate your company web address because there are some places where your URL can pre-populate as well. So once you've added that information to your account, you can start editing. So what I'll do to start editing is to click the pencil icon. So the first thing that you'll want to do is that your logo is correct. If you have uploaded your logo to your team account, it should auto display. But if you want to change this logo or any image on this page, all that you have to do is simply double click it. So if you notice here, if I take an image like this and if I double click it, it'll allow me to select an image from my library or to upload one from my desktop. Now, we do recommend, now you are required to use either a JPG, a PNG, or a GIF file with a maximum file size of 5 megabytes. Now, this is a CDN that you can use on an ongoing basis. So remember, as you start to upload images to your CDN, you will be able to select those for future email campaigns. The next thing that you'll want to do is to edit some of the text on these templates. So to do so, all you have to do is simply double click on the text itself. Once you double click this text, then you can start to make the edits. If you want to hyperlink one of the words, either in the headers or the description text, all that you want to do is double click the text, click on the chain link, make sure that the settings section is open, and then type your URL in the href section like this. Now, once you place the URL there, you can simply click on anywhere on the page and the text will be hyperlinked. Now, you will probably want to change the formatting of this text. All you'll want to do is single click the text block. And here you'll notice you have selected the link. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see the typography section. Here, you can change the font family, the font size, weight, spacing, and also color, line height, and the alignment. In this case, what I want to do is I want to change the font color to white. So I select this option here and then simply select white from the spectrum here. Please note that you must click the OK button to save this. And voila, now you'll notice we have a linked text. The next thing you'll want to know how to do is to change the text, the color, and the hyperlink in a call to action button. The first thing you want to do is to double select the text, and then you can change the text here. The second thing you'll want to do is to single click the button, and then once again go to the settings section and add your URL here. Now, keep in mind, to save this, you have to click outside of the section. And if you notice now, the URL has been saved. Now, if you want to change the color of a CTA button, simply select the button and then scroll down to the decorations section on the right panel. Here you'll notice you can click this thumbnail and then specify the color of your choice. Once again, make sure to click the OK button to save that. If you'd like to add rounded edges to these buttons, simply add a border radius here in this section. I recommend a 6 to 12 border radius. And once again, if you want to save this information, click outside of that area to save it. Now you'll notice I've successfully changed the color, the text, and the border radius of a button. Now, if there are specific sections that you'd like to delete from a template, we recommend finding the table cell of that selection and then clicking on the trash can icon on the top right. This will delete the entire section without causing any conflict to the design. Now, keep in mind, there are many ways to change the formatting of your text. For example, you can left justify your text, you can center it, you can right justify it, or you can block justify it. Make sure that you have the correct element selected, and then you can make your changes accordingly. If you double-click a particular section, you'll be able to make more granular changes. For example, the letters of the text or the image. If you'd like to make general edits to the section itself, simply single-click it. Now, there might be use cases where you want to duplicate a certain section. To do that, simply click on the table cell and then click the clone option. Here, you'll notice it cloned this section vertically. Now, keep in mind, if you do make a mistake or if you have to backtrack on one of your activities, you can click Command-Z in Mac or Control-Z in PC to undo your actions. Now, to save your template, you'll notice a disk icon on the top right. If you click on that, it will save your template. What we do recommend is that you preview your templates as frequently as possible during the building process. This way, you can ensure that there's no bugs on the page. Another fast way to see how this template appears in an email is to click on the body of the preview page and then either Command-A in Mac or Control-A in PC. And this will save all the content on this page, including the HTML code. Then you can simply click Command-C on a Mac or Control-C on a PC, and now you can paste it into the body of an email. What we recommend at this point is to send it to yourself and other people on your team and make sure to check it on multiple devices, including desktop computers, tablets, and mobile devices. You can also click on the Sent folder of your email and see how the email appears here. Another pro tip that I recommend is to shrink the width of the page so you can see what this might look like on a tablet or a mobile device. But the best way to QA this for mobile and tablet is to look at it on those actual devices. All of the templates that you'll notice in Dubb are mobile and tablet responsive. However, oftentimes, if you make changes to these templates, you can break the responsiveness within the template. And for this reason, we recommend that you test these emails on your devices or use the preview shortcut buttons on the top left. Here, you'll notice a desktop view, a tablet view, and a mobile view. Now, you'll notice on the top right of the UX, you'll notice the Style Manager as the first icon, the Layer Manager as the second one, where you can select individual layers for editing. And then the third one is the blocks section. So the blocks section is what you use if you want to add certain elements to these pages. We caution you from using a lot of these custom blocks here because it's very easy to break the template and not have it appear correctly on a device. So unless you have specific HTML experience, we recommend avoiding this. Now, one of the things that you can do is to add certain Dubb elements to your email template. And if you'll notice in the third section in the right navigation, It's called the blocks section. If you scroll down, you will see what's called the Dubb placeholders. Here you have a number of different components that you can add to your email template. The first thing that you'll be able to do is actually place an animated GIF of the video specified within your email campaign. To specify that a certain animated GIF of a video be included in your email campaign during the campaign creation process, which is available on the left navigation under campaigns and email, you'll notice there is an option to select a video. Here, once you select your video, anytime there's a video placeholder, the animated GIF will appear. Now, please note there are a couple of different options for your animated GIF. The first one is a thumbnail with a button. The second is a non-animated thumbnail. The third is a thumbnail image without a button. The next is a non-animated thumbnail without a button. The next type of tokens or placeholders that you can add are adding the contact first name, contact last name, or contact email. To add this personalization token, simply drag and drop it where you want it to appear in the body of your email. Here you'll notice the personalization token appears. If you notice after first dash name, there's a pipeline and then it says default value. What this does is add a default value if that field does not appear. For example, in this case, I want to use the word hi if the person's first name is not saved within the CRM. So that concludes the email template tutorial. If you'd like to make more advanced edits to this page, we do recommend that you use an HTML programmer. Things such as duplicating sections on the page or changing the global background colors are definitely advanced features. Now, if you have an experienced developer on your team, there are ways to import custom templates or to make edits directly in the HTML code. But once again, this information is only relevant if you have an HTML programmer who has experience with email templates on your team. And to do so, you have to select the import option. You will notice there is a clone button after every element, but this clones elements horizontally, not vertically. So if you want to be able to clone sections vertically, once again, we do recommend that an HTML programmer make edits to the actual code within the import section. So the first thing is the import code option. If you notice, there's an import code on the top navigation. If you click that, it shows you the source code of your email template. Here, you can make specific changes to the template. But remember, once you click the import button, it is going to save this code to your page. And also, you will not be able to use the editor at all. So if that's the path that you've decided, simply import your code and then click the preview button and then exit this page. And moving forward, if you have any edits, you will have to do those within your HTML editor and then re-import your code within this section. If you'd like to start from complete scratch and build your own template, then simply select the simple option, install it to your account, click the import button, and then add your code here. If you need a tutorial on how to send an actual campaign, we recommend watching the specific tutorial on that. This concludes this tutorial video. If you have specific questions, please email support@dubb.com or attend one of our live trainings available by visiting dubb.com/T as in tutorial. Thanks again, and we'll see you at the next video.